Welcome to The World According to Esther, where I focus on living my life in full expression, keeping a small footprint and making a big impact. And today's subject is voting with your dollars. So, living in America, the United States of America, we claim to be a democracy, and we have elections regularly, as many other countries do. And what struck me several years ago is that by the time I make it to the ballot box, to the voting booth, I've really already voted. Because the people who are on the ballot are the ones who had the money to get on the ballot because of their campaigns, right? They would raise the money for their campaigns. Or, see, I had this experience once of meeting a couple of lobbyists, and I was in Tennessee at the time, and I was an entertainer, and they invited me to just show up at this event. They didn't tell me exactly what it was. It was the Tennessee legislature, like a convention. And I hung out that day with a couple of senators and House of Representatives people and a few lobbyists. I was 28 or 29 at the time. And after that experience, it was a great time. You know, I got to listen in on some interesting conversations. I got to meet some people I wouldn't have met otherwise. And we actually ended up out in Printer's Alley at a place called Bourbon Street. And of all things, Kid Rock was there. So there were maybe 15 of us in the whole place, and we got a little concert. Anyhow, the point of the video is that when we go and buy something, anything, a candy bar, a meal, a book, clothing, anything, it's important to remember that that money is filtering somewhere. And if I purchase, for example, an item of clothing or a pair of shoes that's made in Indonesia or China, it's highly likely that the hands that made that are slave labor for all intents and purposes. And do I want to be giving anyone who supports that my money? The chocolate industry and coffee are very unfortunately almost not free trade at all. Coffee is growing and shifting. But for the most part, those are slave labor trades. The people who actually do the work and pull those beans from the plants are often very heavily mistreated, malnourished, and not cared for. And I don't want to support that with my money. So my thought process around this, you know, I like to keep my videos short. For the most part, I like to keep them short and to the point. Just think about it. Just consider. There are certain stores that I do not go to. I refuse. I refuse to buy things there. Unless it is a life or death situation, I will not purchase from these entities because of what they do with their money. Because of the way they take my dollars, or your money, and the way they use it. And I know that those companies are hiring lobbyists and buying candidates, supporting campaigns that are the opposite direction of what I support. So, the next time you pull out a little money, think about where it's going and realize that by the time the names are on the ballot, we've already done a lot of our voting because they got on the ballot. So pay attention to where your money goes. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.